Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha HaKodash. Double honors to the elder apostles, as well as the elder bishops who labor to teach us this truth. Salutations to the hopeful elect out there pushing this word in truth, sincerity, and indeed. I'm your brother Patazar from the Great Millstone, Chicago branch, coming at you with a real quick hit, And I had knew about this story for a little while, but I was like, man, I never actually put it on wax. But so I figured I'd use this time to just go ahead and just shed some light on it for those that probably have never heard of this, man. All right. Very interesting. All right. So as you can read, matter of fact, I'll just let old girl say it.
Country offered to give $1 billion to help Black Americans economically and politically, and the U.S. government denied that gift. A lot of you might already know this story, but it was new information to me, so I'm assuming some people don't know about this history, and it's important that we talk about it. According to LA Times, the federal government of the US denied the Nation of Islam leader Louis Farrakhan permission to accept a promised $1 billion gift from Libya to help Black Americans economically and politically. According to the same report, Farrakhan applied to the Treasury Department's Office of Foreign Assets Control, asking that he be granted an exemption from the sanctions to permit acceptance of $1 billion pledged by Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi during a visit Farrakhan made to Libya. The Treasury Department denied that request in a message to Farrakhan's lawyers in Chicago, asserting the continuing need of the United States to enforce its policy of isolating Libya. Denying $1 billion, which is a gift meant for Black Americans from an African country, is insane. But it did happen.
And yeah, it's crazy, right? It ain't even your fucking money. Here it is. He was trying to gift $1 billion, which, this was all done by the Lord, man. At the end of the day. Okay. Because what would this have done? Well, one of two things. It would have either made, it would have put niggas in an even worse predicament than what we're at, or we all know what would have happened. Jake would have ascended past you Edomites. Jake would have used this money to invest in themselves, build up their own little economies, their own little infrastructures, and they would be totally independent from Esau's system. It don't take a whole lot. Okay, $1 billion, man. Jake would have cultivated that and built themselves up in America. But that's not what the Heavenly Father wanted. Okay, we weren't shipped to America to prosper. This is a punishment. Okay, a lot of you Jakes, a lot of you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you get sensitive and butthurt, and disillusioned when the men of the Lord tell you that America is your punishment. America is captivity. You're not put here to make it. You're not put here to prosper in this land. They immediately dismiss that. They call it small-minded thinking. You need to change your way of thinking. That's why we're at the bottom now. No, man, we're at the bottom because of the curses that the Heavenly Father has put on us. Okay? We are at the bottom because of that. We are at the bottom because this is not our rest. The Heavenly Father has a much, much better inheritance set up for us. Okay? He has a sovereign, independent system that he is going to set up for us. He has a lush, resourceful, beautiful land that he is going to give us, starting with the elect. Okay? He has a much better, more profitable plan for his people than America. And the majority of our people cannot wrap their minds around it because it's not in them to believe. So what? They're going to be on that hamster wheel of so-called success. They're going to be chasing this dream. And it's really just that, a dream. All right? After they somehow shake the delusion off, they're going to awake to a fucking nightmare, man. Okay, a digital prison. All right. That's the plans of the elites, which is the plans of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai to bring about his prophecy, man. Okay. But again, this ain't our rest. This is the book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you even with the sword of destruction. You see, trying to build a foundation and trying to prosper and excel in this polluted land. That's not what the Heavenly Father has for us, man. That's not how he set things up. Okay? This land is full of bloodshed, robbery, okay? Rape, pillaging. Okay? We weren't going to emerge from the ashes of skullduggery, a sovereign nation, a holy nation, a God-fearing nation. No, man, that wasn't going to happen. Okay? And again, the money was finna go to Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam, man. Islam is a false doctrine. Okay? It wasn't gonna produce any real long-term answers, man. Okay? At the end of the day, when it's all said and done. Okay? But again, this devil knows. He knows, even when we're not in our right mind, when we're unified, he knows how much of a threat, okay, that the so-called, that the Southern Kingdom, all right, you so-called Negroes, pose a great threat to this devil when you are unified. And when you are unified and you have finances, okay, shit gets scary for this devil. Okay, he will quickly become obsolete. You see? He knows that. He knows our history. He knows who we are, man. So of course he's not gonna allow such a thing to happen. But in the grand scheme of things, it wasn't in the plans of the Heavenly Father to allow that to happen. And our people just gotta take that. And well, you can only take that and deal with it if the Spirit is dealing with you. That's first and foremost, But that's why our people are kicking against the pricks. Okay? The only way to excel in this society is to sell out, man. Okay? Is to make a deal with the proverbial devil. Which it ain't even proverbial. This man is the goddamn devil. You see? But the point is, hey, man, we couldn't even get a gift. It wasn't even y'all own money. We couldn't even get a gift. He tried to do something for niggas, man. He couldn't allow that to happen, man. We couldn't get nothing from this goddamn devil. You see? Not even somebody else's money. Okay? That shows the hatred and the fear that this devil has of you Israelites. You see? That's crazy, man. But hey, man, we seek a kingdom to come. All right? Niggas, hey, man, you can have the shores of America. This place is set for destruction. All right? Thus said the Bible. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 13, verse 14. It says, for we have no continuing city, but we seek one to come. See? I read it in the NLT. For this world is not our permanent home. We are looking forward to a home yet to come. And what is that home? The kingdom of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai in Jerusalem. That's where we're going to have our home. That's where we're going to find our rest. That's where we will be sovereign and liberated and at peace. You understand? In all righteousness, no confusion, no chaos, no sorrow, no confusion, none of that, man. Okay? Just a city of peace. All right? Where truth and righteous judgment goes forth. Where the law of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, goes forth. Where all the heathen round about will be forced to come and learn And then it won't even be an issue of force anymore. Hey, they're going to be delighted they're going to be eager to come learn the word of the Lord. Pursuing back to the book of, matter of fact, I'll just get it. All right. This is our rest right here, man. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 2. I'll start at 1. The word that Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of Yahweh's house shall be established in the top of the mountains and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow into it. Hey, that's the governing world body. Okay. And all righteousness, starting with Yahweh Shai, all right, the Messiah, unto King David, the 12, and so on and so forth, man. All right. Coining the beloved Elder Yashawamba, that's when the earth will be under new management. You see? That's when one that is profitable is going to be set up, pursuing back to the book of Sirach, chapter 10, man. You understand? This is where we'll get our rest, man. And the heathen round about are going to be happy to see us, man. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 2, verse 3. And many people shall go and say, come and let us go up to the mountain of Yahweh, to the house of the God of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of Yahweh from Jerusalem, man. All right. That's when we're going to have rest. That's when we're going to have a continual peace, world peace. Okay. That's when humanity is going to thrive. That's when the planet Earth and all the creation thereof is going to flourish. When the righteous are in authority. Okay. But skullduggery like this, denying a gift. Here it is. Somebody with their own goddamn money want to lend some money to the people you took captive, that you've mistreated and shitted on for the last 500 years. They just want to throw some change to them. Give them a couple dollars. And you, being the goddamn devil, a fucking tyrant, an unjust judge, said, man, hell no. You can't give these people shit. We gonna keep them in jail and on welfare. All right? No. We're not gonna give them the opportunity to, which black culture is trash anyway, but just for the sake of argument, we're not gonna give them the opportunity, to create their own image. No, we're gonna create the image for them. We're not gonna give them the opportunity to create their own businesses and infrastructures and economies. We got an economy and businesses for you. The goddamn devil, man. You see? This was in 1996, man. Was that Clinton? I think it was Clinton, the president you niggas love so much. I want to say that was Clinton, man, that blocked this, man. You see? But that's fine, man. Again, like I said, hey, man, motherfucker, hey, man, y'all can have this. Y'all can have this, man. All right? I'm going to end it with this last one. I want to say, is it Deuteronomy 10? He said, hold on, Salakia. It's rest. So this is not the rest that the inheritance. Salakia, hold on, bear with me, Yasharah. Yeah, this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 12, verse 9. It says, For ye, this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 12, verse 9. For ye are not as yet come to the rest and to the inheritance which the Yahweh your God giveth you. See, this is not our rest and our inheritance here on the shores of Babylon, man. This ain't what the Heavenly Father has for us, man. This is not his plan for us. He has much better things in store for us, man. Okay? So, hey, call law, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Hey, great job, devil, in blocking that $1 billion. Great job in showing you to be the devil that you are. All right? And keeping the elect's eyes on the prize, man. Okay? So, kudos to you goddamn devils. But with that, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachah HaKodash, Shalom, and Abba Babal. Abba Babal.